The Guthrie Green Park is downtown Tulsa's newest bragging point, and they hope this $8 million investment will bring more business to surrounding stores and restaurants. Allie, a grandmother and a great-grandmother, said she survived that day because she has more to see and do. The hospital became a second home to Carolyn because during her time with polio, she had 7 surgeries. If you're going to be spending time outside this summer, you need to be wearing light-colored, loose-fitting clothing, and remember to stay hydrated. If you begin to feel dizzy or overheated, you need to stop what you're doing immediately and find a cool area inside.
Go Pokes!
Woo! Yeah!
Students at Oklahoma State University don't discriminate against the color orange. You'll see bright orange, faded orange, and every shade and any shade in between. They just love orange. But only 2 shades of orange belong to OSU. The official OSU orange is called Pantone 166.
Official OSU orange is a very unique, deep orange.
So, I asked students what they thought OSU orange was.
I'll wear any kind of orange as long as it's not Tennessee orange or Texas orange.
So, what you picked was actually a little bit darker. Were you expecting that?
No, not really.
I show my orange spirit by wearing my school colors. I got my clothes, my nails, my toes, my sunglasses. I even got an orange watch and bracelet. I just like showing school spirit. I mean, it's a bright color, happy color.
Good thing students aren't too picky because Pantone 166 is never sold. Manager at the Union Bookstore, Lance Hinkle, says that one store 27 years ago ordered the dye and the color didn't sell well. He says it wasn't a pretty color. As I stand here where thousands of OSU fans gather, I can't help but think it's not the color, but the spirit and loyalty it represents. For O State TV, I'm Chelsea Tays. The animals may look happy, but the United States Department of Agriculture says Safaris has to make some changes. The USDA says the park's license will be revoked August 1st after finding numerous violations concerning the animals' welfare. But Safaris says they are voluntarily handing over their license. Safaris in Broken Arrow cares for more than 250 animals and is a nonprofit wildlife sanctuary founded by Lori Ensign and is run by volunteers. A court document lists issues from 2003 to 2011 that include shelter and fences in disrepair, failure to control pests, food stored improperly, and fecal matter accumulation in some enclosures. And these violations may result in the park closing in August. But Safaris begs to differ.
Lori Ensign, that founded the place, has MS. She was diagnosed in '95. She was supposed to be in a wheelchair by the end of that decade.
Gaddy, a park volunteer, says Ensign's illness is catching up with her and she can't do it anymore. He said she's trying to put together a board by the August deadline in hopes of keeping Safaris open.
She didn't have the funding herself to keep it going, to do the improvements that they want.
Safaris is constantly improving, such as taking these wooden cages and adding metal poles and higher grade chain link fences.
Right after they eat and they see food on the floor and they say the cages are dirty. Animals eat, and food does get spread around.
Gaddy says the park's priority is to the animals.
As far as being open to the public, the cats and everything will still be here, will still be cared for. We promised each of these animals that they would live the rest of their life here, and we're doing everything we can to make sure that happens.
The USDA puts Safaris on probation for 2 years. Chelsea Tays, News on 6. Cliff diving is a common pastime, especially in rural areas where Osage Hills State Park is. But this fun activity can take a tragic turn, and it did for Lucas Page. Kelsey and Jamie Manuel say Lucas was jumping headfirst off cliffs higher than most.
These are the cliffs that you normally see people jumping off of.
There's a little smaller one, right down there, which is fine, and then this one's fine.
Jamie says when she heard him hit the water, she knew something had gone wrong.
He was just floating, and it's dark, murky water. It's not like it's easy to see anything. And
Kelsey, the only person with a phone, called 911, while Jamie lifted Lucas out of the water. Lucas was life-flighted to a Tulsa hospital where he had surgery and was put in a coma. Lucas was not expected to be able to speak when he woke up. But despite the doctor's predictions, his mother says he woke up speaking yesterday with a fractured skull, cheeks, and jaw. The Manuels say they are happy to hear he is recovering, but have no plans to go back to the bluffs to dive. Park rangers say there are signs clearly warning the danger of jumping, but the girls say the signs are not enough.
I just wish it wouldn't have happened.
The Manuels have set up a fund, Love for Lucas, at Arvis Bank to help Lucas and his family. Chelsea Tays, News on 6.